Show, and today we're talking about JP Morgan. JP Morgan just launched and just got in today a couple of hours ago, right? JP Morgan just launched its own stablecoin. Let me repeat. Crypto alert, crypto alert. JP Morgan just launched its own stablecoin. It launched its own stablecoin on Base. I've been telling you guys about the Base network. Coinbase to me, they are becoming the market makers. Coinbase to me is becoming the market makers. I don't think people are no they're seeing what's going on. Figure out Coinbase or Base ecosystem and you will figure out crypto. JP Morgan Chase has launched its deposit token on Coinbase's Base network, marking the bank's first deployment of native payment product on public blockchain. Do you know what that means? Do y'all know what that means? JP Morgan Chase has launched its deposit token on Coinbase network, marking the bank's first deployment of native payments product on public blockchain. JP Morgan is an institutional investor. First, JP Morgan was against crypto. They was against blockchain. They was against Bitcoin. Now they're actually innovating on the blockchain. Hmm. I wonder why. Can you wonder why JP Morgan is now innovating on the blockchain? Hmm. Obviously, it's some form of value that's added onto the blockchain, wouldn't you say? The banking giant brought JP Morgan, and the coin is called JPMD, to institutional clients, allowing transactions via Ethereum Layer 2 network to complete instantly around the clock instead of taking multiple business days, according to Bloomberg. So you know the problem that banks had with 5 to 7 business days? That's over with. Let me repeat. The problem that banks have with sending money is over with now because all banks are going to do is just make a stable coin. Make a stable coin on the blockchain and 24-hour it. They're going to make a stable coin on the blockchain and they're going to 24-hour the situation. Now, with that being said, game changer. Because the problem that they had now is being fixed due to blockchain. The deployment is a major expansion for JP Morgan blockchain operations, right? Which have primarily operated on private, permissioned networks since the bank began experimenting with a distributed ledger technology in 2019. It needs to be on a permissionless ledger. Right? If this is your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, get the likes up, get the likes up. I am Crypto Doe once again, here to share everything I know with you guys so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Let's get into it. Help me get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. That's all I ask. That's how you pay me for it. Unlike stablecoins, which are privately issued and backed by external reserves, JP Morgan's deposit token represents money already held as deposit within the bank. So what banks are doing is that banks are printing money twice. They already printing the money to give to you, right? And making money off lending the same money that they're printing or you're giving them to lend to others, right? Bank make money off lending, right? Institution make money off lending, hedging, and everything else, right? Now they get to do the same thing twice. So not only do they print the money and then charge you interest for it, now they're going to you get to also have stable coins. So they can charge you interest for that too. They printed the money twice, which means more and more money is going to be more and more money, trillions of dollars is going to come in circulation because if millions and billions of dollars is being printed physically, digitally, it's an infinite amount that you can print. And it can settle fast and you don't have to wait 5 to 7 business days. It's the trend girl said, "Hey, what's going on?" Gaming Ed say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Say, "Hey, if you see my message." I see your message, Gaming Ed. Smash that like button. That's all I ask, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. We're talking about how the financial system is actually shifting so swiftly. It's shifting so swiftly, and people aren't paying attention to these things. That's why you need to subscribe to the channel. As soon as I get the news, I'll let you know about it. I'm talking about immediately, right? And people don't understand all these banks, Wells Fargo's, Chase, well, JP Morgan is Chase, um, Bank of America, all of these banks are going to have stable coins. It would be in their best interest to. They're into the business of making money, right? It's going to be in their best interest because they're going to make a gazillion times more money. And it's going to be on the blockchain. It's going to be trackable. So JP Morgan to me is leading the race right now. But you got to remember about JP Morgan. This is the same company that didn't give a rat's about crypto. I got a few people in here. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. That's all I ask. Crypto dough. Blessings. Blessings from Memphis. What's going on? The Get Say Ray 316. You always come through. You always come through. Haven't heard from you in a while. How's everything? How your family doing? How's everyone? How's everyone? How's everything? So I'm letting them know today's topic is about JP Morgan and the banking institution. And JP Morgan just made their own stablecoin on the Base network, right? Which is basically Coinbase, right? And it's USDC. So basically, you could trade your JPMD, your JP Morgan stablecoins for USDC. And I'm letting people know that all banks is going to do this. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all the banks. All the banks is going to do it because banks are into the business of making money, correct? They print money. So what happens if they get to digitally print money to infinity? They're going to do it. Stablecoin allows them to do it. This is why I believe that the Clarity Act is going to be so important. December, the Clarity Act is going to be so important because you will understand that the mainframe and the infrastructure being built is being built out right in front of you. And the banks now want a part of it. Y'all remember JP Morgan ain't want nothing to do with crypto. They shamed us. They told us that we wasn't nothing. They told us that we don't have a future. Blockchain technology is for the weak. But haha, it seems to me that they're innovating on the blockchain. The blockchain is the future. And the blockchain is bigger than crypto. Crypto is just a piece of its technology. People have to understand that. I think I froze for a half of a second. I froze for a half of a second. I'm just getting back. But you have to understand that. Jamie Demon now likes Bitcoin. Jamie D. Jamie Demon, that's a good one. Now likes Bitcoin because it's cool. See, and this is when I don't like something when someone else likes it. Like I like to do things and be like ahead of my time, and I like to do my research and be a part of the underdog team that understand what we have, understand the value, tr- um, the value that we have before the world notices it. He finally noticed that Bitcoin is here to stay. He finally noticed that blockchain is here to stay. He finally noticed that, you know? Now he used to say, well, if any of my institutional investors or my business partners get caught holding Bitcoin, we're not doing business with them. I wonder what he's saying now. It's a requirement to own Bitcoin. But Jamie Dimon is a funny one. I seen he switched up more than everything that I've ever seen. It was an inevitable. The Gets say Ray said it was an inevitable that JP. It was inevitable that JP Morgan Chase led the first stablecoin. The ISO integration is loved this month. They have to get on board or die. They have to. That's a fact. Also, the Get Say Ray. I just did a video just a couple of minutes ago, and I let people know that the XRP Canary ETF have just been approved. So it goes live tomorrow, actually, November 13th. Today is the 12th. It goes live on the 13th. Ticker symbol XRPC. ticker symbol XRPC. So go check it out. Go check it out. I like to own the direct asset. I'm not into giving money to the ETS for it to represent something that can go go up in value 10, 20, 30%, 40%, and they only give you a 2, 3, 5%. Nothing wrong with it. It's playing it safe, but I'd rather own my own ISOs, you know? This is what a ledger is for. The ledger is the bank. So I don't know. People don't understand that your ledger, the technology, the ledger is a bank. And banks use ledgers, like in real life. But that's a whole nother video, right? Most people don't understand that. The guests say they went from advising 1 through 5% in crypto exposure to now Tom Lee, and the like are saying up to 20%. Yeah, think about it. I will much rather own crypto than stocks. I will much rather own crypto than actual dollars or fiat currency. That's just me personally because I see it's a plan that all you have to do, and a lot of people don't know this, right? Trump just came out with something called a 50-year mortgage. They have homes for 30-year mortgage. I don't know why people would get into a 30-year mortgage. I guess it look good, it sound good, whatever, whatever. Right? Houses always gonna have value. So I guess you do what you gotta do to get it. But in our generation and the generation beneath me, there's other things that can compound interest 10 times faster. Right? And for the first time in history, buying a house to me, I'm not saying having a house isn't a good thing, but which one will bring you more value, right? Would you rather have? I did the math. If you put up $350 to $400 a month, you can still be renting, but listen to this: 350 to $400 a month. Actually, $389, right? And you buy Bitcoin every month, no matter the price, for 10 to for, let's just say you do it for 15 to 20 years, right? Let's just say 20 years. You do it for 20 years. This is not a 30-year mortgage that you're doing. You're paying for something consistently for 20 years, right? Listen to it. You will come out to have damn near over $8 million. I don't see a house appreciating that much. No disrespect to homeowners. I don't see uh, life insurance policy appreciating that much. No disrespect to life insurance. Not saying that you can't have a home and life insurance and all that, but we talking about the average folks, right? The average folks. People gonna have to choose. I don't see a 401k bringing you that kind of return. I think the only thing that I see that's bringing you that type of return is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The only thing in our generation. Now, I can't speak about my parents' generation because Bitcoin wasn't in, and they were, I can't speak about their parents' generation, right? But I'm telling you, from now on, the best thing is digital assets. The best thing is digital assets, and you can have a portfolio of life insurance, of digital assets, of um, physical, of real estate. I think you need all of those things. Of stocks with dividends, I think you need all of those things. You can't go wrong. But if you had a choice to pick, my number one choice would be crypto. My number one choice will be crypto. But leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. The gets say time in the market is the game. Oh yes. Papora said I just made $2 million. Congratulations. Uh, buy Ethereum. Ethereum is good, but Ethereum is excellent. What I've been paying attention to now, I want you guys to look up Linea. Linea. It allows Ethereum to be 10 times better. And it's right now is at a penny. And the banks to me is gonna buy it up. The banks to me is going to buy it up. It is a solution based technology. I actually posted that. The banks to me is going to buy it up. Bitcoin is up 48% in 12 months, and XRP is up 400 in 12 months. Agreed. So let's just say if Bitcoin goes up 20% each year, and you compound that for 20 years, and you put, let's just say, round it to $400 in the market every month, just buy Bitcoin, just buy one thing, just buy Bitcoin, you would have $8 million in 20 years. I said, whoa, whoa. But you have to, in order to get different results, you have to think differently. You can't go on with the traditional housing, stocks. We're in a new era. We're in a new realm. We're in digital money. We're in a digital world. We're in a digital lifestyle. Um, and a lot of people are missing it. By Lania. I first of all, I can't tell you what to buy. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you a hint, wink, wink, hint, hint. Go check it out. Go check it out. Just go check it out. That's all I'm gonna say. Go check it out before the banks check it out. Because once they check it out, they handing the checks out, and most people gonna check out. Um, Crypto gains summed up in Trump's net worth. He doubled his network in 2 years. Yep, exactly. That's why I tell people crypto to me is the fastest. It's like, what horse do you want to bet on? Do you want to bet on a horse that's going 5 miles per hour? Do you want to bet on the horse that's going 10 miles per hour? Or do you want to bet on that crypto horse that's going 80 miles per hour? I'm going with the crypto horse. I'm just saying. I'm glad I was born in this time. I'm going with the crypto horse. Most people don't even see, a lot of people won't, they're going to look back 10, 20 years from now and say, damn, I missed it. Remember when they always talked about the wealth transfer and money is transferring? This is the transfer. The transfer is blockchain technology. The transfer is crypto. Yes, it is highly volatile. Yes, there's plenty of cryptos out here that would throw you off your horses, right? You got the good and the bad with it. But you got to weed through the BS and find those golden ones, those XRP, those XLMs, those Algorands, those ISOs, those Bitcoins, the Ethereum, the solution that make those better, the ADA, the Linea, you gotta do your research. You have to do your research, right? You have to do your research. Watching from the Bahamas. What's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while. Princess 7618. I love your channel. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Get the likes up, everybody. Get the likes up. Lucian 5304 said AVAX. AVAX is a good one too. Avalanche is a good one too. Can't go wrong with Avalanche. You know. I'm with you. Crypto, though, I saw the late 90s evolve with the internet becoming mainstream. I will not miss fin the fin internet revolution. Exactly. That was well said. And I'm not gonna miss it too. That's why I upload videos every day, I post on it, do my research. Getting money could be boring. I totally understand it. I get it because it's repetition. Right. Learning is repetition. Everything is repetition. Anything that you want to be good at is going to consist of some persistence and repetition and some faith. Right? But one reason I like crypto is because first, when people doubted things, they didn't have the faith. They didn't have the wit, the foresight. They didn't see what was going on. But now the world is kind of catching up. Once the news media stopped reporting on these things, I said, whoa, whoa. And be careful what channel you watch because they can tell you some things that's not totally true. That's half truths, which is to me which to me is still a manipulated lie. But that's a whole nother conversation now, isn't it? Now, isn't it? Thanks for keeping us motivated. Nah, I appreciate it. Thanks for you guys coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This is why I continue. If I can just get one person to listen and a couple of people to act, that's cool with me. That is cool with me. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. JP Morgan or JP Demon. JP Demon is finally hopping on the blockchain wagon. So I appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is another episode of the Crypto Show. Put on your seatbelts. Once again, it is damn near